Our next guest, yes, he's always hustling. He's a Sirius XM NBA radio host. He's a New Orleans Pelicans TV analyst. He's a Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst. And he is an NBA champion himself. Our man, Antonio Daniels. What up, brother?
Yo, yo.
Fellas, Chris, Rob, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Great to have you on, man. We're good. Let's start here. Kendrick Perkins went out and said it, that the Pelicans should trade Zion Williamson because he's basically out for the rest of the season. They're going to reevaluate him the last week of the season. Your thoughts?
Okay. That's not going to happen. Good.
Do you think they should? I mean, obviously he's been injured a lot.
Come on,
what do you think?
Seriously, Chris.
I'm just asking the questions. That's all.
Do I think that they should trade a generational talent? No, I don't. No, not at all. And Perk is he can have his own opinion on that. Cool.
Right.
You know, if he feels like they should trade Zion, cool. No, I don't. Not at all. I love that kid.
Is there anything, and I know you're not a doctor, and obviously they got doctors who don't have the answer, but what do you think needs to be done? Does he need to lose weight? Is this just, what do you do? He's 24 games his first year, 61, then missed the whole year, now he's played 29 this year.
Right. I don't know. The thing is, like, Chris, Rob, if I knew, I would tell you. You know, if I knew, I would tell you. Is there a reason why guys in today's NBA are more injured than the past? Is there a reason?
They don't play enough.
That's what I
This is not the case
That's
with
the
Zion, but yeah.
I'm just talking about in general. I feel like one of the biggest reasons guys are injured now is because their bodies aren't conditioned for it. And I don't think, we're sitting here and we're talking about Zion, but I don't think this is simply a Zion issue. We can go back and look at other guys that were injury-riddled to start their careers off, and then once they got their careers on the right path, they were good to go.
I do remember early on when Zion first got there, and we know how he's built and he's really big, that there was a feeling in New Orleans of, look, we're not trying to have him lose a lot of weight because that's part of his strength. Right? We want him to be who he is. Do you think, or have they changed that thinking and said, look, let's have him drop weight and give that a try? Charles Barkley.
I don't know.
All the way he had to lose.
I don't know. I know when I came into this year and I saw Zion on media day, he was in the best shape that I had seen him in as a pro. He was in the best shape I've seen him in as a pro. He almost looked like he was back at Duke with the way that he was chiseled. So, the thing is, I don't know. Again, if I had the answer to this, I would share. But I really don't have the answer to this. And I don't know. Maybe this is something that's going to happen early in his career. But here's the thing. Who knows how you go about this moving forward? I don't know what the next step is. But I know that it's killing him not being on that floor. I know that. I've had conversations with him. I know it's killing him not playing. This isn't a load management thing. This isn't a situation where
he's hurt.
When he has gotten injured, he's not hurt, he's injured. And there's a difference because when Zion, throughout his career, it's very rare that he's gotten hurt. When you're hurt, you can still go out there and play. But when you're injured, playing is not an option. And when you're talking about a hamstring, anyone that's ever had hamstring issues knows how this works. You can feel great. And the thing that happened prior to, this is when he re-injured it, that wasn't just a setback. That was almost like a start over.
Right.
So when that happened all the way back in February, so you almost go back to block one in the second week of February and you start this whole thing over again. But now he's back on the floor today, got cleared to start doing on-court activities. And in this next 2 weeks, we'll see what comes of this and see if he's able to go in the last 2 or 3 games of the season.
Let's switch over to the Lakers. They're hosting the Suns tonight in L.A. Where are they, Chris? 11th, right? They're
11th right now.
Right?
Yeah.
But is this on AD? I know LeBron probably won't come back, or he might be back the last week, or maybe he won't be back. But is this on AD to try to get them in Like, is with the team that they have and the changes that they've made or whatever, is this team still good enough if AD's playing where he's capable?
You know, the biggest question that I have about the Lakers is if LeBron James returns, what do they look like? This isn't Kevin, and I say that to say this. LeBron James is not Kevin Durant. We talked about this last week. There are certain guys that the NBA is not plug and play, but with certain guys, it can be plug and play. Right? Kevin Durant, you can put him in any system and he's good. LeBron James is a guy that needs the basketball in his hands. But what you see without LeBron James is the evolution of other players, right? Darvin Ham is coaching his tail off right now in L.A. He's putting the ball in Austin Reeves' hands. He's putting the ball in D'Angelo Russell's hands. He's running plays for Malik Beasley, isolations for Anthony Davis, isolations for Rui Hachimura. How does that dynamic change when LeBron James returns? That's the biggest question that I have.
Last thing, the Warriors are playing right now against Dallas, and we all know their road record. They got their third best home record in the league. I
their
think
road record is ridiculous, Antonio.
Road, 8-29. What does that tell you when you see a team, particularly one that's as experienced as they are, and do you essentially write them off as a chance to win the West because of that?
Now, I feel like their championship window is closed. We talked about this a good amount throughout the course of my show this week. And, you know, my thing is, I feel like the whole temperament of that team changed when Draymond Green hit Jordan Poole. I feel like that changed everything for this team because Draymond Green is no longer allowed to be Draymond Green. And those are his words. He can't be he can't be what he is accustomed to being. And my thing is, when you do something like that, I've been in locker rooms and I've seen that happen before. It's not the impact that it has on those guys that are experienced. It's not the impact that it has on Clay and Steph and Looney and Andre Iguodala. It's the faces of those who are new to this, right? Who are new there. The Wiseman at the time, the Kumingas, the Moody, the DiVincenzo's, those kind of guys. And the way that it was handled, right? Think about how you would feel if you were in that locker room, somebody swung on you, snuck you, tried to sleep you, and then all they did was gave him a fine.
Right.
That's it.
And Antonio, they didn't want him to miss the ring ceremony. That's why he wasn't suspended.
So the priorities at that point, there was such a trickle-down effect to that punch for me. And I'm not saying that's why this team is who they are. You know, this is a flawed basketball team, period. But the Draymond Green situation and what happened with Jordan Poole, I feel like that had a bigger effect on the Golden State Warriors than people want to discuss.
All right, that is our man Antonio Daniels. Great stuff as always, brother. We appreciate
you. No doubt.
For sure. I appreciate you guys always.